And welcome back to The Factor Uncensored. It's a very different kind of party experience at the Cove. The Cove is a pop-up nightclub based in Nashville. Now, the parties have been pretty popular despite the ground rules. Here are the rules: no alcohol, no drinking, no smoking, and absolutely no twerking. Joining us to talk about it, Jay Bradley, who is a Christian and journalist, Dr. Ruth Olison, who's also a pastor. I'm missing my heathen tonight. Phil, come sit in. So when you guys hear that this is a club that caters to Christians, do you think, first of all, and be honest, do you think it'll survive? Dr. Ruth, you're a journalist. Remember back in the 80s when there was this station in Chicago who did only good news because people said, we want good news. Yeah. And nobody watched.
Yeah, I remember that. It was a short-lived, so I can't remember it. I can't remember all the details of it, but well, I enjoy this.
Now, there's a difference between what you want and what is reality. Yeah. So,
but I like the idea that someone came up with this idea to make some more money, where it's an entrepreneurial idea.
Yes.
And so I like it. Well, at last, I mean, it's a pop-up, so I like the fact that it's going around, and you know how people can just now, just put it out on social media and say, we're going to be here, I'm going to pop up here, I'm going to do that. Let's give it a try.
But you know what? It may work for families. Say Christian families that may want to take the kids who are of age that could go to this. And they may take the whole family, because there's not that twerking and not the alcohol that's there.
Yeah, I like it. I like the idea. I like the rules. And by the way, even at our own church, we've had concerts with Christian rappers and out in the parking lot, and just giving out hot dogs and hamburgers and just having a good time.
There's no such thing as Christian twerking at all?
That's holy twerk. It's a holy twerk. You don't go as down as low. You know what I mean? It's just one leg.
I'm not even sure. I've heard of that term. I'm not even sure I know what that is. So,
Jay, let's hear from you. Your thoughts on this idea?
Dr. I'm a little disappointed you haven't twerked. Well, we can talk about it. I'm gonna see you twerk just a little bit, just a holy twerk, just a little holy twerk.
Maybe we got to catch Dr. Ruth at our journalist convention.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have a camera next time we're there, Dr. Ruth. We go every year.
Let's do it.
What happens at the journalist convention stays at the journalist convention. No, but I love this, man. For me, as a single guy, I thought about it like, what if I went to a club? I don't do the clubs. If I meet a young lady, it's maybe at a restaurant or we're passing by the grocery store. So, but this gives you an ability to, somebody that's obviously Christian, that's going to be in the space, and they're not a big drinker, or they're okay not drinking. I think it's cool, man. And as a dad, I thought about it. I was like, man, if my daughter wanted to go to a club when she turns 18, cool, sweetheart, go ahead and go. I know there's not going to be drinking. I know there's going to be twerking. I know there's going to be drugs. So a lot of those things, and then the music, what she's hearing isn't going to be the twerk type music, because we listen to Lecrae and a lot of other Christian artists all the time. That stuff jams, man. It's the same music producers that are doing Lil Wayne's beats or this person's beat. The beats there, the lyrics are just more positive. So I'd love her to be in that environment.
And you mentioned your daughter. Obviously, for the first nightclub that she goes to, or club, this would be a good idea. But
she's already been with me to the club, man. We went to a real club. I was like, really? Dad's gonna take you. Yeah.
For those kids who have not been to a real club, though, this would be their introduction. But can you keep them there?
It's up to me. It's up to you to provide great environments for your children. What they choose to do with it, I'm giving them a foundation. They're gonna make their choices in life, and so yeah, she'll probably go to a regular club, and then maybe she likes the experience of not having the drinking, not having the craziness, not having the guys grab at her and all that type of stuff. So it's a great foundation to give them, for them to expand upon for the rest of their lives.
And do you think, Jay, this kind of nightclub, this kind of pop-up would last?
Here's what I thought about. I thought about Earn Your Leisure, right? They were like, well, that's not going to work as a podcast that it's all talking about financial education to this younger demographic of people that don't normally invest. it's the biggest podcast and it's influenced the culture. And so I think this could be the same thing for our community. You know, having another option of, hey, I want to go out, I want to listen to music, I don't want to drink, I don't want to come home smelling like smoke, I don't want to deal with a lot of the extra, but I looked at their Instagram, these guys are dancing, having a good time, and it's a positive environment. So
and really quick, last word to you, Dr. Ruth, do you think it will last?
I hope it does. and look, let me just say this. Christians ought to be everywhere. Yeah. And so even if I go to a normal club, I'm still going to be a Christian because I go to bring the light.
All right, there you go.
Bring a holy twerk.
I'll be there as a worldly Christian. Thank you guys for joining us here on The Factor Uncensored. Make sure you catch us on social media and, of course, Fox Soul, where you can catch many of the programs that air here on Fox, including Nightcap, along with Face Off. Thank you guys for joining us. Dr. Ruth, let's wave goodbye.
Wave.
With the worldly people here. Wicked worldly people.